Greetings. Greetings, world. Wow, it's been a little while since we've gone live here on our various pages. Wherever you're watching this, you might be on my J-Boys page or on our CJ Music page or on our CJ Music YouTube channel. If you're out there, say a little hello. I'm really just testing a bit of our equipment. Hello, Sarah. First to say hello in the chat. Lovely to see you. Gosh, as I've been trying to figure all this tech out today and get set up, I was reflecting on when we used to do this regularly back during the pandemic. If you've been a follower of any of our pages for a while, then you probably journeyed with us nightly through those first few weeks of lockdown. It feels like a lifetime ago now. The technology and the setting is slightly different. Certainly one of the things of the pandemic is that technology for live streaming and everything evolved very, very quickly. And I've kind of missed having these little times of reflection and chat with you. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get back to doing that, not nightly, but maybe, hopefully, a couple of times a month. So it's lovely to see you too, Gavin. So I thought I'd just say hello and make sure I can figure out how to get everything to work and just share a little Advent reflection. It seems to be a good place to start. The season of Advent has kind of sprung upon me a little bit because November was very, very busy, and it's nice to be slowing down a little bit. Certainly I'm slowing down. I know that those who are preparing for Christmas, especially if you work in our schools, then it's probably still a little bit manic for you. But because we don't do things like Christmas concerts and all that sort of stuff anymore, then Advent can be a little bit more of a reflective time for me now. And I was listening to the Gospel this Sunday in Mass, and it struck me, in the new translation, of course, the ESV that we share now, it struck me how easy it is to miss the element of Advent that is really about anticipating the second coming of Christ. In Advent, we attend to 3 comings of Christ. The first, of course, born for us, Word made flesh, as a baby in Bethlehem, the nativity of Christ. And the second we make reference to when we declare the creed, when we proclaim the creed, he will come again in glory to judge the living and the dead. When we say it, it slips off the tongue so easily, doesn't it? But it's such a remarkable thing to profess. But each day, and all through the now of life, Christ comes, if we make room and take time. And as I reflected on that gospel, the challenge of that gospel on Sunday, there will be signs in the sun and moon and stars, and on the earth, distress of nations in perplexity, people fainting with fear and foreboding of what is coming on the world. It's not a wonder, really, with texts like that every generation of the church has felt the second coming of Christ to be imminent, because we've always lived in one way or another in troubled times. And I think it's important to not let our anxiety about the state of the world, and the state of our nation, and so many other things that could disturb our hearts, not let that distract us from the still coming of Christ. In the midst of that, Christ comes. In the midst of that, Christ comes. And if we stay awake, spiritually awake, we'll see it. yourself to us. There is a longing in our hearts for love we only find in you, our God. For freedom, for justice, for mercy, hear our prayer. In sorrow, in grief, be near, hear our prayer, oh God. There is a longing in our hearts, oh Lord, for you to reveal yourself to us. There is a longing in our hearts for love we only find in you, our God. For wisdom, for courage, for comfort, hear our prayer. In weakness, in fear, be near, hear our prayer, oh God. There is a longing in our hearts, oh Lord, for you to reveal yourself to us. There is a longing in our hearts for love we only find in you, our God. Lord, save us, take pity, lighten our darkness. We call you, we wait, be near, hear our prayer, oh God. There is a longing in our hearts, oh Lord, for you to reveal yourself to us. There is a longing in our hearts for love we only find in you, our God. I do love that piece by Anne Quigley, and we sang it in the parish on Sunday evening in my little Sunday evening parish music group, and it'll probably come round again because it speaks so beautifully of that cry of the heart, come Lord Jesus, how we long for you to come into the midst of our chaos and brokenness and darkness. So whatever's happening for you in these coming days and weeks of Advent, I pray that it will truly be a time when we can remove all that will keep Christ at bay, to make a little space in our hearts and in our lives and in our homes for him to come dwell among us once more. hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon. For now, thank you for just spending a few minutes with me, and take care. God bless.